Buying a brand new construction home is exhilarating. It's emotional. It's just an amazing experience to be able to work with a builder to build your absolute dream custom home from the ground up. However, there are a lot of questions that people fail to ask, and that later on down the line, because they failed to ask those questions, really put themselves in hot water. Hi guys, I'm Tom and I help people move to Las Vegas. Today, we are going to be talking about the 11 questions that you need to be asking yourself and the builder, maybe a realtor, your lender, all these different people, 11 questions you need to ask them before you commit to buying a brand new construction home. With that, guys, let's get right into it. Now, when you're working with a builder and getting a brand new construction home, it's oftentimes the case they have their own lender to help lend to you, and they have their own title agency that's partnered with them to help do all the title paperwork, to close the escrow process and to actually close on the home. So the first question, or one of the first questions you want to ask is, do I get some kind of financial benefit for going with your lender and with your title company? Now, as the buyer, these are totally up to you, and if you're paying in cash, then you can skip the lender because you're paying in cash, you're not getting a loan. But it's often the case that if you go with their lender, if you go with their title company, builders or maybe the lender or the title company are going to give you some kind of discount on their services. Sometimes that might be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, maybe more. Builders and title companies know that you can go to anyone for a lender and you can use any title company you want that does new construction. So they want to, have some kind of incentive to keep you coming to them for this transaction. And of course, the builder, wants to work with these people because then the builder gets lower costs on all sorts of different things in the future. So make sure you ask what kind of financial benefit there is. If they say there's none, then maybe you go find somebody else. Make sure you interview a few lenders, maybe interview a few title companies. Of course, talk to your realtor or multiple realtors, see who they like in the area as far as lenders and title companies go. But definitely a question you need to ask. Don't skip it because you could end up saving thousands of dollars. Next question you need to ask as soon as you go see your first model home with your realtor. So then you're going to go sit down with the agent that's, works for the builder. And that first question you're going to want to ask is, what are the standard finishes? Let me give you just a heads up, guys. When you go see a model home in a development, that is not standard finishes. That is probably top of the line or damn near top of the line finishes, top of the line fixtures, lights, countertops, everything, right? Because the builder wants to portray their best foot forward when you come to see these homes. So you need to clear up front, get it in writing if you have to. What exactly are the standard finishes that will come with the home I'm going to purchase? This is going to help you figure out what you want to upgrade, what you don't want to upgrade. And guys, I have a video out, it should be out by the time you're seeing this, about upgrades that actually add value to your home on the back end when you go to sell. So definitely check that video out before you start putting a bunch of money into upgrades, because that's, you can spend a lot of money on upgrades. But anyways, make sure you ask what the standard features are so you can get a real picture of what your home is actually going to look like if you decide to go with standard finishes. Now let's talk warranties. So when you buy a brand new construction home, the home is going to come with a variety of warranties for the appliances, for the structure, for the concrete slab, foundation. It's going to come with all sorts of warranties. What you need to do is ask specifically the builder what warranties come with the house, and make sure you get all of this in writing and get, figure out how long everything lasts, but what warranties come with the house. Oftentimes you'll have a 1-year warranty that's kind of like a bumper to bumper warranty on a car, where if something breaks, the builder will come out and they will fix their mistakes. But what exactly that covers is going to depend on the warranty. So you're going to want to make sure you know exactly what that covers. And then there might be like a 10-year structure warranty, or like I said, an appliance warranty, some kind of flooring warranty. It depends on the builder. It depends on the upgrades and the materials you put in. It depends on a lot of stuff. So make sure you ask about the warranties so that if you do end up purchasing the home, you don't end up fixing a problem that was actually under warranty. You don't want to spend money if you don't have to. Another question you're going to want to ask is about the HOA, Homeowners Association, that the home is in, or sometimes it's called a CIC, Common Interest Community. HOA and Common Interest Community are the exact same thing. Now, not all new homes are going to be in an HOA or CIC. So if you're not in an HOA or CIC and your builder has made that explicitly clear to you, then you can forget about this question. But if you are in an HOA, then you're definitely going to want to see a copy of the covenants and restrictions. So this is basically all the bylaws, all the things you can do with your home, all the things you can't do with your home. How do you add this? How do you take away that? All sorts of stuff about what is allowed in this neighborhood, basically, as it pertains to your home. And the reason you want to ask about this is, for instance, maybe you have an RV, but the HOA doesn't allow you to park your RV on the street or in your driveway. In that case, you definitely want to know that, because if you bought that home and tried to, put the RV next to the house, then you'd be like, oh crap, I have to go pay to put this in storage. Otherwise, my HOA is going to fine me for it. So that's just one example how HOAs can really screw you over. But I don't want to give you guys a bad opinion about HOAs, because in all honesty, HOAs, CICs, they're there to help you prevent the loss in property value, right? If you own a home in a city or in a neighborhood that doesn't have an HOA, someone might move in next to you and they might just pile garbage in their front yard. And without an HOA to stop them and to fine them, it's not necessarily illegal to do that, then all the property values in the neighborhood are going to go down. So that's why HOAs and CICs are there. They are important in that aspect. Some people love them, some people hate them. So if you're in one, just check to make sure that they're going to allow the kind of lifestyle that you want to live. Next, you're going to want to ask about how long construction will take. Maybe this is one of the first questions you're going to want to ask, but you're going to want to take the answer with a grain of salt. There could be delays, there could be environmental problems, there could be any number of problems that prevent the builder from meeting their deadline. Maybe they tell you 6 months up front, but it's actually going to take 9. So definitely take that with a grain of salt. Have a contingency plan for if the home's not done on time, so that you still have a place to live. And going forward with that, guys, you also want to ask, hey, if you hit a delay, maybe in permitting or in something else, maybe it's environmental, how much is that going to cost me? What do I have to pay in my contract if you are delayed for some reason? Find out what those reasons are. Find out what those fees are. Everything's negotiable, guys. So make sure you get some kind of delay payments or something set up that you're happy with in case a delay does happen. And of course, right now, this is November 2nd. I'm making this video. Lumber prices are still sky high, and builders are building homes at a crazy pace. So definitely figure out what it's going to cost if there's some kind of delay, because with prices the way they are, it's definitely possible. Can you connect me with past clients? This is a really important question that's often overlooked, especially if you're just moving to Las Vegas, or maybe you've never bought a new house anywhere, and this is the first builder you're going with. You definitely want to talk to someone who's worked with this builder in the past, just to get an opinion of how well do they do business, how well is their agent going to conduct business with me, the buyer. Definitely ask these questions. Find some past buyers who are happy, and maybe find some past buyers who aren't happy, and figure out what went wrong so that doesn't go wrong with you. You can also go ask the neighbors in the neighborhood, hey, how long have you guys lived here? Did you like the builder? Did you have any problems? Do you have, any words of advice for me or for any other families moving to the area? This is going to help you make friends, and hopefully it'll help you avoid all of the problems that other people ran into. Now, I've talked about this before. Actually, early in the video, I mentioned how some upgrades add value and some don't. So what you're going to want to ask is, maybe you're planning on upgrading the fixtures, but you're planning on supplying them yourself. Maybe the builder can't find the fixtures you want, but you end up finding them, for instance. If you buy those fixtures and bring them to the job site for their team to use, will you be credited back the money that was going to cover those fixtures in the house? Say you paid $500,000 for the house and $1,000 of that went to fixtures. Well, if you buy your own fixtures, are you going to be credited back that $1,000 or a portion of that $1,000 because you supplied your own pieces? This is really important so you don't end up double paying for fixtures, for appliances, for anything you yourself supply. So definitely ask this, because it's definitely going to save you money. Another great question to ask is about the long-term plans of the builder. If you are the first or one of the first people to buy a house in that community, you want to know, how long is this construction of the community going to take? Is it going to be happening in my backyard, or is it going to be happening all the way down, 3 streets over, or however big the community is? Because, if you're one of the first people, yeah, you might get a better price on the property and the home, but that might come with 3 years of construction noise, that you can constantly hear from your backyard. That's a big thing for a lot of people. So before you commit to buying a home, make sure you know what the long-term plans are and how those plans are going to affect you and your family as you're living in that house. Number 9, guys, what landscaping is included? This is a really important question that I also talk about in my upgrades video because curb appeal is everything. If you're a first-time home buyer especially, or second or third, it's very likely that you are going to sell this house and move somewhere else. You're going to upgrade to something else. One of the most important factors into determining how much a home is going to be able to sell for is that curb appeal. And namely because that is the first thing the appraiser sees, and that is the first thing that a possible home buyer is going to see. They're going to see those pictures as they drive by. They're going to see your house. As they look on Zillow, they're going to see your house. Redfin, same thing. They are going to see your house. Same thing with realtors or any other home professional that's going to be looking at your house, even investors. That curb appeal is absolutely everything. So you want to make sure at the start that landscaping is absolutely on point. If you want to upgrade the landscaping, I highly recommend it. I think it has a great return on investment. But curb appeal in general, guys, make sure you know what you're getting into before you buy a house, so you don't end up buying a brand new house that just comes on, basically a virgin lot, and it doesn't really have any curb appeal outside of the beautiful brand new home that's actually sitting on that lot. Next thing you want to ask, number 10, is, how much extra could I get stuck paying? Now, we talked about this a little with delays. If there's a delay, is there an additional fee? But ask if there are any other additional fees for other things. I mean, of course, upgrades are going to be an additional fee, and you're going to want to figure out exactly what you want upgraded and how much that's going to cost. But what if a countertop gets delayed? Is that the same thing as a delay on the entire project? Things like that are really important. Delays definitely happen because there are a lot of moving parts when you're building a brand new house. There's plumbers and contractors and electricians, and there's the builder, and there's your agent, and there's their agent, and there's so many moving parts. Delays are really possible and could, really easily happen. So make sure you know exactly upfront how much extra I'd have to pay for delays or for anything else that can happen while building the property. I guarantee you this can save you money. Finally, guys, number 11, the last question you 100% need to ask: what is the premium for my lot? Now, this is especially critical if you are one of the first people to move into development, because if you are one of the first people, then more than likely you are going to have your pick of lots in the entire area. And some lots are better than others. You're going to have a different view from some lots. Your house is going to face a different direction, more or less sunlight. You might be up against the street versus in the center of the community. All of these things are really, really important. And because they're important, builders know that they can charge extra for the best lots, the largest lots, the ones with the best view, everything I just mentioned. So before you pick out a lot, before you decide on a lot, make sure you ask about lot premiums. And these are just upcharges, surcharges, whatever you want to call them, to the lot that you're going to build your house on, because the builder knows that it's more desirable. So make sure you find out what those premiums are, how much they are, why they exist. Maybe you can negotiate some of them and see what other lots. Really shop around. Some developments out here in Las Vegas are really huge, and a giant master plan community might include 4, 5, 6 different neighborhoods depending on the size of the community. So there's a lot of lots available often, especially if you are one of the first people coming into that area. So make sure you do your research, really figure out these lot premiums so you don't end up spending too much money for basically the same lot as that one over there, which could have been less expensive. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope these questions are going to help you save money when you're buying a new house. Please head over to my channel. I have some other videos about new construction homes that I really think will help you, so definitely go check those out. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure you throw them down in the comment section, or if you want to reach out to me directly, my contact information is also in the description. As always, if you need my realtor services because you're moving here to Las Vegas, or maybe you already live here, I am happy to help you. All you got to do is reach out. I'm getting reach outs all the time, but I'm never too busy for yours. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please stay tuned for more content, and have a great day.